Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video and being here with me. It really means a lot. You don't even know. Always stay true to yourself. You'll see a lot of different types of personalities and different types of people, and sometimes you'll think of them as so cool, and you'll want to take over or try to be as cool as you think they are. But I think it's cooler for you to be you. You know, there's already someone out there who is already like that person. And what about you? We are not really seeing your beauty, and that's what we want to see, you know, different types of people, not the same ones over and over. Just be real to who you are and express yourself so much, because if you're trying to be like someone else, you will never know if people love the real you more than they love who you're trying to be. Another thing I wanted to talk about is that nothing external makes anyone better than anyone else, ever. Someone could be beautiful, someone could be a top model, and we'll have a homeless over here. But at the same time, both of them are equal. Both of them are equal souls, and both of them are loved equally by God. They are seen equally in His eyes, and both of them are both light. The difference is between individuals is that sometimes people have more of a brighter light, but they have the same light. Some just have that light more bright or more closer to the divine. So by that I mean, let's say for example, someone has all the characteristics that we would see the Lord having, the divine creator. So the divine creator would have characteristics such as goodness, love, patience, understanding. He would have every attribute that you can see and think of as pure. Purity is closer to Him. Purity is Him. So someone on earth having those characteristics is closer to the divine and has more light, rather than people who are more earthly and people who are more into this 3D dimension, like thinking about more money, more fame, more looking the best, being the best, rather than an individual who is always like higher up, who always has high vibes. So let's say, and this goes hand in hand with being selective about who you let around your energetic field. Because let's say you have a group of friends, or you have a partner, or you have family, or you have a teacher, or you have a co-worker who is always negative, always picking on people, always backstabbing people, always victim blaming, or just talking bad about people, or being egotistical and thinking they're the best and stuff like that. Imagine that person being around a high vibrational being, a human that is always so loving and understanding, closer to the divine, you know, wanting to help, wanting to be of service, but then around individuals who are radiating negativity. You could see how that is pretty overwhelming. it could be overwhelming for both parties, to be honest, because you could be around a person who is sweet and so radiant that it makes you triggered. It makes you feel something inside that, like, envious or uncomfortable about that person or your own self. So being around someone who is very vibrant and you yourself is pretty triggering and overwhelming. And for the other person, it could be overwhelming as well to be around such negativity. So for both parties, it could be overwhelming. For empaths, an empath is someone who could feel different energies and different feelings wherever they go. It's not really good for someone to be able to pick up on different energies that are around, because it feels like it sucks away your life force, your prana, and you could become drained if you do it too much. So empaths aren't necessarily feel what other people are feeling. It's more like you go into a room and you feel something awkward, or you meet someone and you feel like something is off about them. It's not really like you feeling what that person is feeling, although there are people out there that can do that, but yeah, it's not really advised. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm having a lot of thoughts rush into me. I've thought about Hitler and I know a lot of people don't really like him and everything that he's done, and so many lives that he's hurt and tortured and destroyed. But even so, I could still feel how alone it must feel to be so misunderstood, and for people to think of you as the worst thing that has ever happened, or even if he deserves it or not. I still wouldn't want him to feel alone where he is. Or I don't like when people would say to anyone that has done bad that he deserves to go to hell, he deserves to burn in hell, he deserves to be killed, or stuff like that. Because if you would be able to put yourself in Hitler's shoes, would you really want that for yourself? Would you really want to go to hell, even though you may deserve it? You know, it's not really the place for you to decide who goes to hell or not, because you are no God. You are a part of God, but you don't have the power to say who should go where and point out people's wrongings, even though it is morally wrong. Let's say I was born in Hitler's soul, or I was born in Hitler's mind, body, and environment and upbringing, and I didn't know that morally the things that I did were wrong, or I didn't care about them, or my beliefs shaped me into doing the things that I did, and I wasn't taught well enough, or my religion taught me those things. You could see how sometimes it's not all about the individual, it's biological, it's psychological, it's environmental, and many of us can't get that because we see them as such cruel beings. But if you put that ego away, and you are more higher, and you think more higher, and you feel more higher, as in like you feel and you think more heavenly, more pure, you would see that, and you would be understanding toward people who do bad. You wouldn't see them as less than you. You would see them as your same type of soul, your brother and sister. And who would ever want their brother or sister to rot in hell? You know, I'd rather have so many beautiful beings around me of light, and feel that beauty of being around so many beautiful light souls, you know. I wouldn't want to see someone who I care about in hell, or someone to condone them to hell even though they did bad, because we never know anything. We think we do, but we don't. There's so much that we don't know, guys. And this life is difficult, and it will become difficult. It will become difficult because I'm still an adolescent growing into an adult, and I think maybe you are too. I'm not sure if you are older than that, but majority, I think, people who are watching me right now still have so much to go through and experience and discover. But one thing is certain, you guys. You are a multi-dimensional being. You are able to have limitless opportunities even though you don't see it. The essence and the root of who you are is love. Get away from the ego. The ego world is of lacking. Someone who is very egotistical feels deficient in what they have, or who they are, or how they look. You know, like in beauty, or in, let's say, a egotistical person takes a picture. That person does that because they want to feel better. Not everyone. I'm just talking about egotistical people who do this more for the benefit of themselves to feel better because they don't feel good. So if you are doing that from an egotistical place, be very careful, because this will always leave you feeling empty, and you don't want that for yourself. You don't want that for yourself. You want a life that is vibrant and always knowing that you are more. A person who is egotistical will never feel fulfilled if that's the way they're going, because you'll see another beautiful girl posting a picture and then you'll be like, I don't feel good enough. Or for that one split second, it could be. It doesn't have to be for a whole hour, because egotistical people always bump up their ego by making themselves feel that they're the best. But at the root, they feel that they are not enough, because how they are going about everything is egotistical and not very high. They're going about it earthly type of way. You can go about having high self-esteem in a higher frequency or higher way, but it is okay to be vulnerable, you guys. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to look weak. It's okay to cry. It's okay to open your heart up and feel. Always. That's who you are. The more you are able to feel, the closer you are to the divine. The closer you are to experiencing so much peace, so much light, and so much love. Trust me when I tell you, there's nothing in this life more beautiful than light. Nothing. There's nothing more beautiful than purity, than feeling close and feeling the warmth. You know, we all feel like we belong when we see the stars. We all feel like we belong when we see the moon. We belong. We belong to something greater. And if you can't see that, or if you don't want to accept that yet, yet, then that's your own path. But for those of you guys who already are starting to see it, congratulations and welcome in. You are going to see how infinite and beautiful you are, and how connected you are to everything. Every single thing in this life is a synchronicity. Everything. Remember that, and you'll see it everywhere. I've been seeing it so much, it's crazy. I don't even want to talk about it. It's crazy, but if there's one thing I want to leave you with for this video, is really change and transform where you give your approval to. Do you want to give approval to girls who are like, you know, whatever, I'm a bad, or not living the most highest life even though that's their pattern, they're still as beautiful as I am, or you are, or whoever is. They're still us. We are still connected. But we have to start moving, guys. Do you really want to live in a world? Not that this world isn't beautiful, but it could even be more beautiful. And we have to really choose the leaders carefully, because you don't want to choose leaders who are very into the drama, into the fakeness, into the mediocre lifestyle that is draining, that is unfulfilling. We want more, and our soul craves more, and that's why we're seeing so much depression everywhere and so much suicide rates going up, because we're choosing leaders, or choosing people, choosing media influencers who are not creating the most vibrant society for us. Give power to people who are bringing so much light. I have a page on Unearth. It's called Unearth. I'll link it right here or wherever. It's just a little page that you guys should maybe take a look on. I created it. It's a small and beautiful growing page. Hopefully. That is just full of nice quotes and stuff to really uplift you guys if you don't really want to be into the media that is unfulfilling. You could find more purposeful pages. Not only mine, there's so many out there. It doesn't have to be on Earth. It could be, I can't even name them on the top of my head, but I'll link some YouTube channels down below that you guys should look at. Really helpful and very beautiful individuals that really deserve to be on top. So yeah, just be very careful, you guys. There are so many light beings out there who are going to start to evolve, and you're gonna start to see light beings rise, because the new world craves it. So kisses, guys, and so much love. I mean that so much love. Goodbye.